Greetings, everybody. It's time for Strat-O-Matic baseball in the afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, and we have the third of a four-game series, Detroit at Minnesota, and we're sure glad to have you join us. It's a nice crowd here at Metropolitan Stadium here in Minneapolis. Welcome, everybody. We welcome you. And in just a minute or so, we'll have our lineups for the ball game. The coffee is brewing, and we're ready to play Detroit at Minnesota. Just another minute, and the tweet will be posted. And the tweet is posted. Beautiful timing. The tweet is posted, and it's good. It's the Detroit Tigers at the Minnesota Twins. The Tigers come into this 15.5 behind the first place Baltimore Orioles, and the Twins are 12.5 in first place in the West. In this three-game series, there was a doubleheader on the 29th. They were making up a rain delay, and it was split. The Tigers won the first one 11-3. The Twins won the second 8-7 in 10 innings. Today it's Earl Wilson, the right-hander for Detroit, and Jim Kaat, the southpaw from Minnesota. Let's look at our opening lineups, and we welcome all of you. For the Detroit Tigers, leading off is Mickey Stanley in center, Matic at second, Kaline in right, Horton in left, Norman, Storman, Cash at first, Price catching, Don Word at third, Dick Tracewski batting eighth at short, and Earl Wilson batting ninth, the pitcher. For the Twins, it's Ted Eulander, the left fielder, leading off. Rod Carew at second. Oliva in right. Killebrew at third. Rich Reese at first. Tovar in center. Cardenas at short. Mitterwald catching for Roseboro, taking a day off. And the pitcher, Jim Kaat, a pretty good hitting pitcher in his own right, will bat ninth. The pitcher. The coffee is brewing. We expect the Twins to take the field shortly. And we'll most likely have a night game. We'll see. Maybe not. Nah, I'll leave that tomorrow. We'll have a doubleheader. It's the Mets and the Astros. The first pitch is at 4 p.m. Eastern, and so we're going to wait 7 minutes, see if anyone, we don't want people to come late and miss it when they thought it was going to be 4 o'clock. Reviewing the scores this morning, Baltimore beat Kansas City 4-1 in the second of their 3-game series. They won the first one 4-1. McNally got the win, Nelson got the loss. And that was this morning. We are on July 30, 1969. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord, that's good coffee. Whoa, yeah, let's celebrate the coffee. Whoa. Yeah. Good frickin' coffee. Now we're going to get started. We've got 2 people in here. That's plenty to get started. The Twins take the field. Setting up the Twins defensively in the infield, it's Reese at first, Carew at second, Killebrew at third, Cardenas at short. In the outfield, left to right, Eulander, Tovar, and Oliva. Jim Kaat on the mound. Catching him is George Mitterwald. And leading it off for the Tigers here in the top of the first, Kathy Harden has arrived. And I don't know about you, I'm having some good frickin' coffee here. Some real good coffee here. I got a whole pot. And come 6 p.m., I'm going to be doing the other stuff. And I'm going to be doing it with gusto. Leading it off, Mickey Stanley. But in the meantime, we play a nice leisurely game of Strat-O-Matic. Jim Kaat on the mound, big left-hander. Big Jim. And Mickey Stanley at the plate, a right-handed hitter. All right, yeah. Oh, it's good. Look at this beautiful thing. Look at this goddamn beautiful thing. Is that a thing of, that's beautiful. Okay, Mickey Stanley steps in. He's a right-handed hitter going against Kaat the southpaw. Beautiful crowd here at Metropolitan Stadium in Minnesota. Kaat is ready now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Stanley. 3-2. Fly ball left. Eulander under it. One away, and we are underway here at Metropolitan Stadium. One out, and we're clean. Here's Strat-O-Matic. This will be a lefty-lefty match. Matic, second baseman. Kaat looks in for the sign. And that's low for a ball to Matic. Beautiful day for a ball game. And that's fouled back. And at a play. And there's another ball. Okay, Kaat is ready. And the pitch to Matic. 1-8. Fly ball left again. Eulander makes the catch. 2 away and clean. Oh, is that clean? 2 outs, nobody on. And Al Kaline comes to the plate. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa. Okay, Kaat is ready. He winds, and the pitch to Kaline. 3-9. And it's a ground ball back to Kaat. He throws it over to Reese, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Jim Kaat and the Twins. The Tigers go down 1-2-3. After a half, it's Detroit nothing, and Minnesota coming to bat. Harden for the Tigers. I want the Tigers because Harden wants the Tigers. Sometimes we might deviate, but not on this one, especially when Minnesota has a 12.5 game lead. Here's Ted Eulander to lead it off for the Twins, a left-hander hitter. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon for a ball game, and we've been waiting for this. Ooh, called strike. Wilson throwing very hard. Very, very hard. Okay, Wilson is ready. The windup and the pitch to Eulander. 4-8. And that's a grounder to first. Stormin' Norman picks it up and steps on the bag. There's one away here in the Twins half of the first. Now Rodney Carew is the batter. Carew, a left-handed hitter. And that's fouled back by Carew. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord. I'm going to tank it up for the next 2 hours, or next hour and a half or so, or the next hour, let's say. I could smoke. I can do the other stuff anytime after 5. Here's Carew now. And the pitch from Wilson, that's 5-11, and there's a base hit to right for Carew. Kaline picks it up, throws it in. So the Twins have a base runner with 1 out. And Tony Oliva comes up. also a left-handed hitter. Wilson working from the stretch now with Carew, a short lead at first. And he is being held. He'll be a 1-11. Wilson from the stretch now. And the pitch to Oliva. 4-12. Grounds it back to Wilson. He's a 3. 19-3. And he throws him out, and Carew goes to second on it. So 2 outs with Carew on second, and here comes the killer. Harmon with Rodney in scoring position. Reese on deck. And here's the pitch from Wilson. 2-2. Fly ball center. Under it is Stanley, and the side is retired. So no runs, 1 hit by Carew, a single. He was left on base at second. And after 1, there's no score, and we're clean. We're clean as a baby's ass. At least my baby's ass. I used to keep his ass so clean when I changed his diapers. Lord. And we move to the top of the second. It's going to be Willie Horton leading it off. Kaat retired the Tigers in order in the first. He'll face Horton, Cash, and Price now. Kaat gets the sign from Mitterwald. He's into his windup. Here's the pitch to Horton. 6-4. Walked him. So there's the first base runner for the Tigers. Horton on first to lead it off. And here comes Stormin' Norman. Left-handed hitter. It'll be lefty-lefty. Kaat is working from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Cash. 6-7. Fly ball center. Eulander makes the catch. 1 down. Horton holds. Now Jim Price. Freehan is not well. Freehan is hurt. We don't know how long he's going to be hurt. But we hope he's back in the lineup real soon. The pitch to Price. 2-6. He pops it up to second. That's for Carew, and that's 2 outs. And Don Word is the batter. Okay, Kaat is ready. And the pitch. 2-3, grounder to second, Carew. Over to Reese, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk to Horton. He was left on base. We're in the middle of the second here. And it's a scoreless ball game. And things are staying mighty clean here thus far. This is an inside joke, folks. But it's a clean joke. And Earl Wilson comes out to pitch his second inning to this amazing Minnesota team. 12.5 game lead, best record in baseball. Rich Reese leads it off. Wilson is into his windup. Pitch to Reese, 2-8. And there's a base hit. Second hit, second single, given up by Wilson. Reese on first to lead it off. And here's Cesar Tovar, the Renaissance man of Minnesota. He can do anything. He can be anything. He can play anything. He can even pitch. Reese on first, no outs. And Tovar fouls it away and out of play. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon here at Metropolitan Stadium in Minnesota. Okay, Wilson now. The pitch to Tovar. 4-6. Struck him out. And that's the first strikeout for Wilson. And he doesn't strike out often, Tovar. Now Leo Cardenas with Reese on first, one down. Gigi has arrived. And if you're here watching the broadcast, we'd love to hear from you in text. It doesn't have to be in poetic language. It doesn't have to be Shakespearean. Just say hi. I'm glad to be with you. Wilson is working from the stretch with Reese on first, one down. And the pitch to Cardenas. That's 3-11. And he struck him out. That's 2 in a row for Wilson. 2 outs now. And George Mitterwald, the catcher. Okay, Wilson is ready. Here's the pitch to Mitterwald. 4-6, struck him out. Wilson strikes out the side after allowing the single to Reese. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left after 2. We got a ball game here, folks. It's scoreless in Minneapolis. Hey, that rhymes, doesn't it? And big Jim Kaat takes the mound to start his 3rd inning. So Kaat and Wilson going at it today. Give Jim Kaat on the mound. Shaking off a sign. Now he is set. And there's a strike called on Trzaskowski. Low for a ball. We have a full count now on Dick Trzaskowski. Just here at the top of the 3rd, leading off. Okay, Kaat is ready now. Here's the pitch. 4-7. It's a base hit to right. That's the first hit allowed by Jim Kaat. So Dick is on first. He's being held 1-9. And Earl Wilson comes up. The infield is in, looking for the bunt. He's a C. Here's the pitch from Kaat now to Wilson. 2-4, he struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Kaat today. 1 down. A lot better than a double play ball, huh? That's my philosophy. Here comes Mickey Stanley, flew to left in the first. It's Dick Tracewski on first, one out, top of the third. No score. Tigers at Minnesota, third of a four. They split a doubleheader on July 29. This is July 30. And this is the Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay. Caught from the stretch, the pitch to Stanley. 3-10. And that is a double down the line. Tracewski goes to third and holds. Look at that. A double off Kaat by Stanley. And Dick Tracewski goes to third. So Tigers have second and third, one out now. And Strat-O-Matic is the batter. Caught in a jam here. This is lefty-lefty now. Matic bats left-handed. The infield is back. And the pitch to Matic. 6-5. And that's a shot, a base hit right up the middle. And both runs will score. Tracewski comes home. Stanley comes home. Matic with a two-run single. With one out in the third, it's 2-0 Tigers. It's a 6-5, and it was a single to asteroids. So the Tigers take a 2-0 lead here. Hitting Kaat. Now Matic on first, one out, and K-Line is the batter. K-Line tapped out to Kaat in the first. Kaat trying to bear down here. From the stretch, the pitch to K-Line. 3-9. And he grounds it back to Kaat, over to Carew. To Reese, it's a double play, and the side is retired, just like that. But there were two runs. On 3 hits, 2 singles, a double. Matic with the 2-run single. And in the middle of the third, Tigers 2, Twins nothing. Earl Wilson now with a lead. Kaat will hit. He's a 7 NL. Probably as good as a lot of the pinch hitters they have. Wilson struck out the side in the second after allowing a single to Reese. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Kaat. 5-7. Walked him. Oh, you hate to do that, to walk the pitcher, but Kaat takes first on a base on balls. And here's Ted Eulander. Eulander grounded to first in the first. Eulander, left-handed hitter. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Eulander, 4-9, and there's a base hit up the middle. Kaat rounding second, goes to third. So the Twins have something going here in the bottom of the second. First and third, nobody out for Rodney Carew. Carew singled in the first, was left on base. And Carew fouls it to the left side. He was behind on that pitch. That's tasty. That's tasty coffee, really. It's only... First and third, I'm sorry, no outs. Here's the pitch to Carew. Infield is back, 2-5. Grounds it to second. Matic has it, throws to first for the out. Kaat scores. And Eulander goes to second base on that. So there's a run batted in for Rodney on that ground ball. A run is a run is a run is a run. And it's a 2-1 ball game. With Eulander on second, one out, and here comes Tony. Tony O. Grounded out to Wilson. A soft ground ball to Wilson, the pitcher, threw him out easily. Eulander at second base, one down. Wilson trying to get out of this. And here's the pitch to Oliva. 4-11. He walked him. Second walk given up this inning. First and second, one out, and here comes the killer. Lord. Harmon flew to center in the first. Wilson having a quick talk with Jim Price, the catcher, and they're ready now. Reese on deck, one out, first and second, one in already. Here's the pitch from Earl Wilson. 6-5. That's a chopper to shortstop. Trzaskowski, he's a 2. And he oh no, he throws him out. Actually, it's a double play. Sorry about that, people. Side retired. Nice turnover by Dick Trzaskowski. So there was one run there. Big out getting Killebrew to double. One run, one hit, 2 walks, one left, and after 3, it's a 2-1 ball game. Still fairly clean. And Kaat comes out to pitch to the Tigers. Top of the 4th, Willie Horton walked in the second. Big Jim facing Willie. Top of the 4th, 2-1 Tigers. Here's Kaat now into the windup. The pitch to Horton. 3-7. And he walked him. Second time he walked Horton. And here's Stormin' Norman. Norman flew to center. Horton takes a short lead off first. Kaat from the stretch now. Looks back on Horton. And throws to Cash, 2-12. And it's a line out to second, and they caught Horton off the bag. And that's a double play. Horton caught off the bag. And it's 2 outs, nobody on. And Jim Price comes up. Oh, that's good coffee. Good coffee. Okay, Kaat is ready now. Here's the pitch to Price with 2 outs, nobody on. 1-5, and it's hit deep by Price, way back, and forget it, it's gone. A solo home run by Jim Price off Jim Kaat. The power of the Jims. Jim Price with a solo home run with 2 outs. And it's now a 3-1 ball game. Boy, did he get a hold of that one. Lord, let's look at that again. Here's Kaat now. The throw, 1-5. Home run 1-15, that's a 9. And that sucker is gone. He hit only 9 in real world, but he only had 192 at-bats. That's like 25 home runs in a full season. That's some power. So the first home run of the ball game. Now it's a 3-1 game, Minnesota. Detroit, I'm so sorry. And Don Wirt comes up, 2 outs, nobody on. Things getting a little messy now, but I don't think Harden has any complaints. Don Wirt, the batter. 0 for 1, grounded to Carew. And the pitch from Kaat. 3-7, he walked him. So Kaat having his troubles here. Second walk of the inning, third of the game for Dick Tracewski. 2 outs, Wirt on first. Dick singled and scored. No complaints from Harden. That top can be as messy as can be. See how that's relative? Everything is relative. Okay, Kaat is ready now. Here's the pitch to Dick. 2-2. Grounds it to first. Reese has it. Tosses to Kaat, covering. And the side is retired. But there was another run for the Tigers on a solo home run by Jim Price. No, I do not, Rich. The answer to that is that I fell so far behind doing statistics that I had to give up the idea of doing individual stats. But when I hit 1250, you see we're at 1218. When I hit 1250, I break them up into 250 packs. I intend to do 2 stats and 2 stats only. Individual stats, home runs and win-loss records. And I'm doing that, and I have apologized about it, but it just got away from me. The important thing is the process, the playing of the games, and of course the pennant races, so that's the thing. I hope you understand. When I do my next replay, my plan is to find a way to do the stats in an efficient manner so that I don't fall behind like that. It does not detract. I don't think it detracts. I think it's still a great replay. So it's a 3-1 ball game, and Tigers have a lead here. Earl Wilson takes the mound. He allowed a run in the third. It is overwhelming. Exactly. Rich, you are, I'm sorry to say for agreeing with me, but it's not only in Strat-O-Matic, it's in life. They say success is a journey, not a destination. I know that sounds a bit corny, but it really is true. If you're going to wait until you accomplish something to say that you have arrived at success or joy in life, yeah, I could do that, Gigi, sure. I'm sure there's a line waiting, and I don't have the money to do it. But the process is so important, Rich. It's the main thing. And we'll still get the home runs, the wins, losses, and of course we'll have the postseason, no doubt about it. And you live and learn. Okay, there's got to be a way to do this. I did keep them for a while, but I took it off. So anyway, we're heading to the bottom of the fourth, and it'll be Rich Reese leading it off, facing Earl Wilson now. 3-1 Tigers. Yeah. You want to do them, Gigi? Lord, yeah. I'll send them to you. You know, it's an interesting question, Rich. I do have seasons in mind. I have part of me wanted to play 1911 or 1924. I love those, but another part of me, because I'm very, very, I think the greatest moment in the history of Major League Baseball was 1947. Okay, and you know why that is. So the fact that black persons were barred from the league, it gives me really mixed feelings about playing such a replay. Okay. I might just get the 1911 or 1924 set and just play the World Series. I might even put one black superstar on each team, but I just feel very funny about it. So I hope you understand that. I mean, it's just a little weird to me, okay? It's like saying, those were the good old days. I used to think that, the 20s, the roaring 20s, those were the good old days if you were a white man. Okay, not if you were a woman or not white. Those were not the good old days. Okay, so I've really changed my attitude a lot about stuff like that. Okay, getting back to the ball game, Earl Wilson. You may, Gigi. Oh, isn't that something? I'll send them to you. Yeah, I doubt it, Gigi. No, and you'll do it for nothing. Yeah, the 60s, the 70s, exactly, Rich. So I don't know. There's a lot of seasons I'd like to play. 65 was great. 67 was great. I don't know. I'm just going to have to, and it's okay to not know. Okay, right now. I don't need to, come up with this idea. So we'll see. Here's Rich Reese leading it off, bottom of the fourth. Twins batting, trail by 2. Wilson on the mound. Reese singled in the second. And the pitch to Reese, 3-10, grounds it to first, 1 out. And I'll tell you, Rich, though that does not mean I don't like, I don't really have a long way to go. I have about a year. There's 1,900, and I'm writing it right here, 1,944 games. So you do the math, that's about 700 games. And I am playing about 2 a day. So at this rate, it'll be about a year from now, right before the opening of the 2024 season. But I'm enjoying every minute of it. Okay, Tovar up. He struck out. It was Tovar, Cardenas, and Mitterwald who struck out in order in the second after Reese singled. Reese is grounded to first here in the bottom of the fourth, 1 out. Wilson, the pitch to Tovar, 3-9, and he grounds it to short. Trzaskowski has it, throws over to Cash, 2 away. And Leo Cardenas is the batter. I played this, I've been going, I don't know if it's 2.5 years now. It's basically a month or so after the pandemic, so you can figure out how long I've been doing this. It's a good 2 years. I took a break. I took a break for about a month or 2. I don't remember how long. I had gotten very, very depressed, and it was after one of the mass shootings. And I just said so. And then I came back to it. 2 outs, nobody on, Cardenas at the plate. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Leo, 6-7, grounder to second, Matic. 14-3, that don't smell right. He boots it for an error. You know what that means. That don't smell right. When you know, you're still going to look at the chart, but you know from repetition that it's an error. That stunk to high hell. Oh. So Leo's on first with 2 outs from the error by Tommy Matic. And here's Mitterwald. And I got to tell you, it is more time consuming to broadcast every game on YouTube. But it is so much more enjoyable. I can't even compare. It's like once you do this, you'll never go back to playing alone because I like to share. And I mean it. Cardenas short lead off first, 2 outs. Mitterwald at the plate. And the pitch from Wilson. 2-8. And he flies it to center. And there's Mickey Stanley getting under it. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the error, and 1 left on. We've gone 4 full here at Metropolitan Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Tigers 3, Twins 1. Kaat on the mound. His endurance is only 6. And leading it off is Earl Wilson, the pitcher. Wilson struck out in the 3rd. Hey. Okay, Kaat is ready. That's a strike called on Wilson. Foul back. And that's a little low for a ball. It's a full count now on Earl Wilson. Kaat is ready. Here's the windup. The pitch to Wilson. 4-7, right-hander, and he singles to right. Earl Wilson with a base hit. Scooped up by Tony Oliva, throws it back in. And the Tigers have a leadoff base runner on first base. Here's Mickey Stanley. Mickey 1 for 2, doubled in the 3rd, came home on Matic's 2-run base hit. Along with Trzaskowski, he came home. Infield in for the bunt. Pitch from Kaat. Oh, and he does lay it down. He lays it down, and it's a beauty by Mickey. Lord, he's a B. We make it a C. It's picked up by the 3rd baseman, Killebrew, and his only play is to first. That surprised me. Wilson now on second with 1 out. That surprised me. At the last moment, I said, Stanley might bunt. Why not? So Wilson on first with 1 out. And here's Tommy Matic. A pretty bunt by Mickey Stanley. Okay, Kaat now from the stretch. Wilson on second, 1 out. The pitch to Matic. 2-4. Ground ball 3rd. Killebrew has it. This time, again, throws to first, 2 outs, and Wilson holds. Killebrew held him. And Kaline in a clutch situation here. Kaline 0 for 2, grounded to the pitcher, Jim Kaat, twice. Once was a double play. Oh. Here's the pitch to Kaline. 1-4. Pops it up to third. Again, Killebrew. And he makes the catch. So Killebrew on all of the outs here. The side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've gone halfway unless we have extras or something else happens. God knows what. And the score remains 3-1 ball game. And Kaat will hit. We're going to take a 3 to 5 minute break after this half inning. 3 to 5. This is a different ball game for you youngsters out there. Kaat would hit in this situation. He walked and scored, by the way, in the third. Came home on a ground ball by Carew. Here's Wilson, the pitch to Kaat. 2-7, he flies it to center. And Stanley makes the catch, 1 away. Now Ted Uhlaender. Uhlaender 1 for 2. Wilson winding, and the pitch. 6-5. Grounder to short. That's Cardenas. Scooping. And pooping. It's a 2-base error for Leo. Holy cow. Leo bobbled it and then threw it. God knows where he threw it. First error for the, second error for the Tigers. So 1 out, Uhlaender on second. And he's a good fielder, so everyone makes an error. Here's Carew, 1 for 2. Uhlaender in scoring position. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Rodney, 6-5. Grounder to short again, Cardenas. Scooping. 10-2. It's another 2-base error. Holy Christ. And that can happen. Stranger things have happened. That's unearned. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. He feels bad enough, Leo. Trzaskowski, I'm sorry, it's not Cardinal, it's Trzaskowski. They're both 2s. So Carew on second now with 1 out. Hit it to Trzaskowski, Tony. Yeah, well, look out. I want to share this with all of you real quick. I don't know if it was in the same inning or the same game, but it was the 1966 World Series, and Willie Davis of the Dodgers dropped 3 fly balls. And when he was in the locker room after the game, a reporter asked him a pretty dumb question. How do you feel? This was after he dropped 3 fly balls. And he said, quote, "It's not my wife. It's not my life." Now that's inspiring. And I just learned on Twitter from a friend, Bijan Bain, that he became a Zen Buddhist or a Buddhist. And that is a very Buddhist thing to say, to believe. And here's Tony Oliva. 2 errors in a row by Trzaskowski. Okay, Wilson. The pitch to Oliva. 1-10. Grounds it to first. 2 outs. Carew holds. And sometimes I just wonder, why don't you just walk Killebrew intentionally here and pitch to Reese? Well, Reese is a 322 hitter. He only had 419 at bats, but that's a lot of at bats. I don't think he qualified. Maybe he did. But I have to be careful about that because I get the urge to walk Killebrew whenever he comes up to the plate. It's 2 outs though, with Carew on second. Tigers lead it 3-2 now. Here's the pitch to Harmon. 6-6, and everything is unearned now. 6-6, struck him out. Wilson with the strikeout. His 4th of the ball game. The side is retired. But there was 1 run on a 2 errors, 1 left on. We've gone 5, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Hey, Kathy Harden, we have a ball game here, and I will be right back. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna do a very, very, very bad thing right now. It's not illegal, but it's very bad. And I'd rather not even discuss it. But I think I want to do that right now. And then we'll come back and hopefully we'll finish this ball game, folks. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. My name's Jeffrey Guterman. Yeah, Kathy Harden. 3-2 ball game. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa! Lord help me, God. Oh, Lord help me. Please. Lord, somebody help me. I should be back by 4:47, 4:49 at the latest, and that's Eastern time. I'll be back. Ah! Yowza! Well, we're back, and this has been a most interesting ball game, I got to tell you. It's 3-2 Tigers over the Twins. 2 errors in succession by Dick Trzaskowski. Allowing a run to come in. Jim Kaat takes the mound. And Willie Horton will lead it off. Horton has walked twice today. That was a long fly ball, but foul. Okay, full count on Horton. Here's Kaat into his windup. Here's the pitch. 6-9, and he struck him out. Kaat gets Horton. That's his second strikeout today. And here comes Stormin' Norman. Stormin' Norman, 0 for 2. Enjoy the ride, Rich. That's exactly right. Here's the pitch from Kaat. 5-7. Grounder to second. Carew, he's a 3. And he throws him out, 2 away. And Jim Price, the catcher, his home run has made all the difference in the game thus far. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 6th. And the pitch to Price. 1-7. He walked him. So Kaat pitching around Price that time. And here's Don Wirt with Price on first, 2 down. Kaat from the stretch, the pitch to Wirt. 5-3, fly ball left, going back, Eulander. He's a 2, 10-2, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. 2 very good ball clubs playing today. Middle of the 6th, 3-1 Tigers. We have the returning world champion, Detroit Tigers, playing the Minnesota Twins, who have been they were a very good ball club from 65. I don't know how they did in 66. I think they lost the pennant on the last day of the season in 67. I don't know how they did in 68. They sure were good in 69 and 70. And 71. Well, Rich Reese will lead it off, bottom of the 6th. He's 1 for 2. Left-handed hitter. Here's Wilson now, and the pitch to Reese. 1-7, struck him out. That's the 5th by Wilson. Now Tovar. Tovar 0 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd. He's a hard man to strike out. Wilson gets the sign from Price. And the pitch. 4-3. And that's a chopper to third. Scooped by Wirt. He's a 2, 14-2. And he throws him out. 2 away. For Leo Cardenas now. Cardenas 0 for 2, reached on an error. 3 errors for Detroit today. 2 by Cardenas, 2 by Trzaskowski, and 1 by Matic at second. It's 2 outs, nobody on. And here's the pitch to Leo. 6-7, grounder to second. It's Matic again. 13-3, and he throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 for Earl Wilson. Wilson looks very, very good in the 6th. We've gone 6. 3-2 Tigers. And Big Jim Kaat takes the mound. He's pitched decent baseball, but not, you look at Kaat here, 3.49. And he was 14-13 on an excellent ball club. So, how good was he this year? I don't know. Trzaskowski will lead it off. Chance for redemption here. Chaim Ganat, a child psychologist, said, always give a child a chance to redeem themselves. Now, I agree with that, but it doesn't mean we don't hold people accountable. Here comes Kaat now, the pitch to Trzaskowski. To start off the top of the 7th, 3-7, he walked him. So Dick on first, and here's Earl Wilson now. Nothing wrong with an insurance run. Infield in for the bunt. He's 1 for 2. And he's not bunting. 3-9, swings away, grounds it to third, infield in on A. And he holds. That's 1 out. They missed the double play there. And that's a good play. Here's Mickey Stanley now. Good play for the Tigers. Stanley 1 for 3. One 5. Grounder to second. Carew throws it over to Reese, and Trzaskowski goes to second. 2 outs. In scoring position for Tommy Matic, 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch to Matic. 3-6. Struck him out. Kaat with a strikeout, his 3rd of the game. The side is retired, no runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left. It's the 7th inning stretch. Stretch those molecules, because we're heading to the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-2. And this Twins team is to be reckoned with. Here's George Matterwald. And they're going to have a hitter for Kaat. His endurance is 6. We're past that, but still, we're going to do it. Here's the pitch to Mitterwald. 6-11. Fly ball right. Going back K-line. He's a 2. 8-2. Makes the catch. 1 down. And there will be a hitter for Jim Kaat. He pitched 7 innings. He's the loser of record thus far. He allowed 5 hits. He walked 5, struck out 3, and allowed 3 earned runs. Pitching the top of the 8th for the Twins. As you can see, they used a lot of pitchers in last game. We'll try to bypass all those people and give Jerry Kreider a chance. Jerry Kreider, a right-hander, to come in for Kaat. So be it. Kreider is warming. Let's see who's hitting for Kaat here. 1 out, nobody on. Against Wilson, the right-hander. Coming in to hit is a very, very young Greg Nettles. I don't know if this was his rookie year or what. And, you know, he's a 4 at third. I think he eventually was a 1 or a 2. You know, people get better. So Nettles... if I'm not mistaken, he was traded to Cleveland and then the Yankees. But I'm sure you could all correct me. Nettles steps in, left-hander at the bat, facing Wilson. A right-hander, 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch to Nettles. 1-7, struck him out. And that's the 6th for Earl Wilson. And back to the top of the order, Ted Uhlaender. Good. Tough ball game here. Okay, Wilson, the windup, the pitch to Uhlaender. 2-9, grounds it to first. Cash has it. And the side is retired. No runs, 1, 2, 3. After 7, 3-2 Tigers. And we have a new pitcher now, Jerry Kreider. A right-hander. And K-Line will lead it off. Al is 0 for 3 today. Top of the 8th. Kreider winds. Here's the pitch to K-Line. 4-5. Flies it to center. Uhlaender makes the catch. 1 down. And now Willie Horton. Willie walked twice and struck out. We're just about at the 1 hour mark of this ball game. Kreider gets the sign from Mitterwald. Here's the pitch. Whoa. 5-11. Fly ball left. Uhlaender. 13-2. Makes the catch. Oh, left. I'm sorry. Yes, Uhlaender. Okay, they're both 2s. Lord, I mixed those up, but they're both 2s. 2 outs. And Stormin' Norman is the batter here. The Stormin' guy, with 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 8th. Here's Kreider now. The pitch to Cash. Two 7. And that is a double down the line for Cash. A 2-out double off of Kreider. Cash on second with 2 outs. And here's Jim Price. Price hit the home run. Yeah, I'd have to think about that, GG. I don't know. I don't know about 57, but again, I'm open to any kind of suggestions. Here's Kreider. 1-8. And that is a base hit. To left for Price. Wow, what a game he's having. Cash goes to third and holds. So it's 2 outs. First and third. And Don worked. 0 for 2 with a walk. Not a big fan of 57. I don't know. 58, 50. Not a big fan. Here's the pitch to work. 1-5. Walked him. So Kreider has loaded the bases with Tigers here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. And Dick Tracewski, responsible for an unearned run, has a chance for mucho redemption here. Kreider in trouble. Let's see if he can get out of it. Here's the pitch to Tracewski. 4-9. Fly ball to right field. Tony Oliva under it. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. We're in the middle of the 8th. It's 3-2 Tigers. This is a ball game, folks. This is a nail-biter. I don't think I have much to bite, though. I really messed this one up. Oh, Lord. Gotta have a sense of humor. Well, here comes Rod Carew. This is the 2 innings left they have. They trail by 1. Wilson has gone all the frickin' way. He's retired 8 in order now. He's in a groove. Carew 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 2-9. Fly ball to left. And Horton makes the catch. That's a big deal to retire Carew when you have Oliva and Killebrew coming up. Here's Tony 0 for 2 with a walk. Wilson, the pitch to Tony, 5-11. Base hit to right. A very clean single to right field, opposite field. Well, actually, that's not opposite field. Or maybe it is. Oliva on first, 1 out. Here's Harmon now. Harmon 0 for 3. Flew to center, double play ball, and struck out. Oliva on first, 1 down. Wilson. And the pitch. 2-5. Grounds it back to Wilson. Over to second to first, double play. And the side is retired, and that's the second double play that Harmon has ground into. We've gone 8, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Kreider comes out, was able to get out of bases loaded 2 outs with no runs. He'll face Wilson to start it off. So this is it, folks. This is the 9th. Here's Kreider now into the windup. The pitch to Wilson. 2-8, struck him out. Now Mickey Stanley. Stanley 1 for 3, a sacrifice bunt. Kreider gets the sign and his windup. The pitch to Stanley. 4-10. Grounder to short. Cardenas over to Reese. 2 down. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth, it'll be Reese, Tovar, and Cardenas for the Twins. They're down by 1 run. Tigers batting, 2 outs, no one on, top of the ninth. Pitch to Matic, 5-5. And it's hit deep by Matic. Oh no, it's a fly ball to right. He doesn't have the power anyway. And that's caught by Oliva at the warning track. It was hit well by Matic. But the side is retired. 5-5, lefty. And 1-11, it was a 20. He's got the W anyway. 1-2-3 for Kreider. And this is it, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Earl Wilson has gone all the frickin' way. He's allowed 2 runs. 1 of them unearned. You may not like that language, allowed 2 runs. But you know what I mean. And it will be Reese, Tovar, and Cardenas. Twins down by 1. And I got a little bit of coffee here to refresh. And when I get done with this, it's after 5. I'm getting ready for the other stuff. Okay, Rich Reese at the plate, left-handed hitter, 1 for 3 today. Wilson on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch to Reese. 3-5. Grounds it back to Wilson. Throws it over to Cash. It's 1 down. Wilson 2 outs away from the complete game win here. Cesar Tovar the batter. Cesar 0 for 3. I gotta use the bathroom. It's quick, okay? It doesn't get any better than this, Kathy Harden. And for that reason, I say, let's savor it. I don't want to have to feel like I have to take a leak or anything while we're doing this. So I'm going to just go into the lavatory, take care of myself, and I'll be right back. I am a human being, folks. Okay? I go to the bathroom, too. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go now. Cesar Tovar, 0 for 3 today, facing Wilson. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Twins down by 1. Here's the pitch from Wilson. 3-7. Fly ball center. Stanley under it. 2 outs. And it's all up to Leo Cardenas. Well, he hit 280. Not bad. Shortstop. Everyday shortstop. Okay, Wilson. In fact, this might be my last sip of coffee because I've had enough. Okay, Wilson is ready. Into his windup and the pitch to Cardenas. 4-11. There's a base hit to left. Leo singles. He is the tying run at first, and George Mitterwald is the batter. Nobody on deck. Wilson and Price, the catcher, having a brief discussion at the mound. Okay. Wilson is back on the mound ready. He's from the stretch, Cardenas on first. And the pitch to Mitterwald. 5-3, grounds it to first. That's for Cash. He's a 2. 11-2. Oh, and he boots it. Oh, Norman bobbles it, and Mitterwald is safe. Oh my, another error, the 4th error for the Tigers today. And with 2 outs, the tying run is on second, the winning run is on first. And there's going to be a hitter for Jerry Kreider. Kreider pitched 2. He allowed 2. He walked 1, struck out 1, allowed none. And there's action in the bullpen. You don't need to know who at this point. We don't know if there will be a 10th inning. Coming in to hit, it's Joe Grisenda, by the way, who's warming. It's Rick Rennick. Rick Rennick, the right-hander. And this game is not for the weak of heart. Is that the expression? Weak of... I don't know what the expression is, but it's first and second, 2 outs. Fasten your seatbelts, people. Rennick, a right-handed hitter. He was 245 in real worlds. Anything that comes in now is unearned. Wilson from the stretch. And the pitch to Rennick. 5-7. Grounds it to short. Trzaskowski throws to Cash, and the ball game is over. And he didn't boot that one. Trzaskowski did not boot that one. The ball game is over. 5-7. A grounder to short for the 3rd out. And the final score here. Tigers 3. Twins 2 in a thriller of a ball game. My Lord. Earl Wilson, star of the frickin' game. The final score, Tigers 3, Twins 2. Wilson gets the win. He goes all the way. He pitched 9. Good game, Gigi, indeed. He pitched 9. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. In fact, this hit in the 9th was the first hit he allowed since the 3rd inning. Did you hear that? He walked 2, struck out 6, and allowed 1 earned run. 1 came in an error. Kaat got the loss. He pitched decently, but not well enough. The final line, Tigers 3 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors. Wait a minute. Yeah, this was yeah, that would be Wilson with the unearned run there. unearned. 4 errors by the Tigers. Lord, that's weird. Wilson. And Minnesota 2 runs on 4 hits. And the Twins made no errors. Yeah, I don't know if it's just my head. That was a great game, Kathy Harden. That was a... Yeah, the errors were made all by the Tigers. The first error was not consequential. The 2 by Trzaskowski scored an unearned run. And then the third one was of no consequence. So that's the ball game. Tigers, despite 4 errors in the field, win the ball game. The Tigers now will be 15 behind the first place Orioles. The Twins' lead is cut to 12 now. What a game in this 4-game series now. The Tigers lead 2-1. Looking ahead, by the way, to our schedule, and I'm going to put this one in the books tomorrow morning. I hope you don't mind with the updated standings. But tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow will be a doubleheader. The Houston Astros at the New York Mets. They're opening up a series. They both had off days on the 29th. So they're ready for this. In the first game, we'll play both. We'll broadcast everything. The first game will be Don Wilson for the Astros against Jerry Koosman of the Mets. In the second game, it will be their ace Larry Dierker for the Astros and Gary Gentry, the rookie, for the Mets. This is Jeffrey Guterman on behalf of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Thank you so much for being here. Your companionship, in all sincerity, makes this worthwhile. Stay strong, stay well, and I'll catch you all next time.